NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. We didn't want this. Red 80. Check three. Check three. Check three. Red 80.
A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Markevius Mingo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. You're trapped, you're trapped. Hey, watch it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. White now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from. And so
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shift.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now, after the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taylor now returning it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jack 16. Hey, Haywood. Check. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Time to go. Night.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Here's Darnold. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, it's 9-0. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey,
First down, here's a run with Peterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Peterson running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And Jeffrey's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
77.
Now Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Cardinals 16, Giants 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Darnold down to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Blue 30.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now Crosby for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 23, Giants 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Peterson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he goes out right around the 39. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Arnie.
Darnold to throw again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. But it'll be 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Alpha. 58, boy. 58. 58 to Mike. Down the loose like that.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
To the air again, Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
No, one day. 50.
Now Roethlisberger. To the right and complete to Galladay. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it to Hearns. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Check out read.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now they'll run. Murray. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2.
50. Double bump.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Cardinals 38, Giants 10.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Red 80. Watch the pass.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's taken down. Back back at his own 7. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's White. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Blue 30. So we got man. 36, 36.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And fighting down inside the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53's mine. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Black 80. 53. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check. Alert. Check. Black is on.
10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. And now running right through it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
45, Giants 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check that.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
I'm coming for you. You mom. Watch the safety creep.
Again, here's Adams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 3. Check 3. Hey.
Now a toss play. Here's Adams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
We're going to sack. 54. Man, 80. 54.
61. Matchbox lights.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, they go with Adams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's put him on the buses.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A carry for Adams. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch the edge.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cards, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.